Hi, everybody. Welcome back and happy Friday. All right, guys. Well, we're back to talk about this Vanita JT stuff. We covered a little bit about it on Hot Messy Topics, but I know that there's a lot of topics. So I consolidated this with a little bit of Kim Zolciak drama for you guys on Up and Adam channel too. So before we jump into it, you guys know how this works. One, I'm excited that it's Friday. It's the weekend. We just did an hour and like 20-minute Hot Messy that was so good. It was very chaotic, but a lot of fun and a lot of great ideas. Um, Anyways, getting back to it, do all of the YouTube things and let's jump right in. Right here. Ay. So I don't know if you guys are watching Southern Charm right now, but if you're not, there's a lot of things that are happening, especially with Venita and JT. So let's just kind of go through it. One, we kick off the season with the $5,000 suit that she said that she bought for her friend, but she didn't really give us the fact that, well, he immediately reimbursed her through PayPal. And he came in with receipts. Then Vanita also claimed that she didn't know that JT had a girlfriend and he pulled one over on her. We discussed this on Hot Messy because two things could be true at the same time. JT came out with receipts of a photo with him, Allie, Vanita, his mother, and his sister out to lunch. And it was after showing them new art in this house that or building that he did. And so when they went out to lunch, 5 people at an intimate setting, it would kind of seem like you would know who's the random girl that they would be talking. But Ashley made a great point. Maybe they were talking, but maybe they were just dating. Maybe you could date multiple people. Maybe he was telling Allie and Vanita something completely different the whole time. So many of these things can be true. But hold on. Going into it, this is a lot. So she appeared on Watch What Happens Live where she talked about JT's recent social media post, and she also reacted to the split that we're all talking about. There was a lot. And she reacted to Sienna's TikTok post about the relationship with Shep. A lot of this was coming out. And I like how she talked about too on Watch What Happens Live. If you guys didn't watch, this whole love triangle that she found herself in. She said, I'm extremely disappointed in JT for doing that and trying to throw me under the bus. These are her words like that. She said, especially considering I was the only one that had his back and stood up for him against the name calling allegations with Miss Patricia and the allegations about him calling me something that he didn't. Which, to be fair, she did have his back. Vanita had his back the entire season. And you can't take that away. But in addition to sharing a video of Vanita and Allie together, this was what I talked about. This was his effort to prove that Vanita was actually aware of the romance that she alluded to. And JT also showcased proof that he had reimbursed Vanita for the suit on the premiere episode of Southern Charm. So he just came in with receipt after receipt after receipt. And he said that Vanita lied. He said, this is what she said on Watch What Happens Live. She said, I never said that he didn't pay me back. I was just saying that I was his best friend and I needed to put the card down. And I knew he was going to pay me back and he was good for it. I didn't have a problem doing that. That's what you do for your best friend. And this is where I kind of think this was lost. Because you have to remember, even when you're watching scenes on some of these shows, things can be taken out of context. And there's only so much time they can fit what you're trying to say into a scene, right? So for Vanita, maybe she did say that on the after show. Maybe it wasn't as interesting. Maybe they wanted to cut that out and just leave it as like shade towards JT. That could be a possibility. But at least she had the opportunity to say that on Watch What Happens Live. I'll give that. Even though, I don't know, maybe. But moving on. It was just like, okay. Now, I want to get into the racism allegations because apparently, if you guys didn't watch last night, the barber who JT and Ryan share, Ryan was the newbie who I don't think will be back, but they share this barber. And the barber, I guess, relayed to Ryan that JT said he was dating some black girl named Vanita on the cast. Use the word some. JT said, I never said that. He ended up, after being confronted by Leva, picked up the phone, called the barber, and asked the barber, did you say I said that? He said, no, you never said that. And I never said that you said that. And she came out and she even defended him. And she said, that's not JT at all. I might be mad at him, but that's just not the person who he is. And she even asked him, a couple questions, right, about it. And he had all the right answers. So there you go. But I don't know. Oh my God. And I forgot to talk to you guys about this. Last night, Andy Cohen was asking her multiple questions about kind of her relationship. And she said her relationship with JT was the most that she had been in a really long time. And she described him as a lover using 3 words: sweet, compassionate, and caring. She also said at this point, she no longer considers JT a gentleman. But as for when she learned that he went public with Ali, she was alerted by Rodrigo. Rodrigo seems to be the messy one. And she said, that was hard. I saw it at the same time as everyone else. And I got a call from Rodrigo and I went to Instagram and I saw it. And I didn't know how to react. I was angry. I was sad. I was disappointed. I was confused. And now she's saying word on the street is they're still not together. Okay. I don't think that they are together. Now, she did admit that the Southern Charm cast could have, been a little bit easier during filming on JT, but then at the reunion, they could have been a little bit harder. And Andy Cohen even chimed in describing their antics against him as pretty long filleting. And she said it was. We didn't leave anything out. That's just me being mean. But now, speaking about the breakup that everyone's talking about, Venita did say that she didn't reach out to Craig. She only reached out to Paige. She said, I have a closer relationship with Paige than I do Craig. So I reached out to her over Craig, right? Okay. Love is blinding. And when she's talking about this, I have to applaud Venita for this one too, because it seems like a lot of the Southern Charm cast and the Summer House cast, it seems like they're rallying with their independent cast, which they're kind of like little families. So that's not the most shocking. But then you have Venita, and I think maybe even Leva, not from conversations I've had with her, but just I think I've seen this on the after show, or maybe I saw it on social media, or maybe she likes something. I don't know. But I think that Leva and Venita are looking at this breakup like, well, there's 2 sides. And also, we've seen your bad side, Craig. So is Paige that wrong? Like, we're not going to blindly just support you. And I think that's important too, because you have a platform and you probably should do the right thing. But I don't know. This is all over the place. And as for this mess, there was a report that came out that said Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann, that they're ordered to undergo a psychological evaluation. Now, this is not news to us. The fact that all over the news, police camera footage, all of the things. Somebody asked me, Adam, what does this mean? I think this means that themselves and probably the younger kids, I'm not sure about the younger kids or not. It was said in the report that the whole family would go through an evaluation to kind of see what the best fit for their family would be. I think that's what it means, but I am not at court with them. I don't know. I think that would just be the system in the court based off of all of the 911 calls and all of the drama and the things that have ensued and the way that they're fighting in this divorce. That's the court's way of trying to figure out what is the best fit for a very volatile situation. But I don't know. Maybe you guys think something else. Guys, pop off in the comment section, smash the like button, show some love, and we'll see you next time.